we have finally gotten our revenge, our redemption against FC Barcelona in the first El Clasico of the season, fam. Lamine Yamal and his fellow fan base who came out earlier before the game telling us they were going to humiliate us in this game today. Bro, they are out here eating their stupid words, my boy. They are regretting every single moment they had before the game. Bro, what an exceptional performance from Real Madrid. And this is the day the Lord has made. Man, we absolutely cooked these guys. We humiliated these guys at the highest level of disrespect you can imagine. But unfortunately, the scoreboard does not really show that much of a humiliation. But man, these guys were just lucky, yeah? Because this match should have been at least 4-1. At least 4-1. But unfortunately, we had a couple of chances missed. I mean, MBAPPE missed a penalty in the second half. Vini missed a very huge chance. Rodrigo coming off the bench missed a very huge chance as well, fam. Boy, it's crazy. A lot of things to talk about. And we could see after the final whistle, there was a very, very intense moment between the players, Carvajal and Vinicius, going against Lamine Yamal and his other fellow teammates. I mean, we saw Rafinha, who is injured, coming up from the bench to assist his players, maybe in like defending them and stuff. And Thibaut Courtois was almost, had Thibaut Courtois not been stopped, man, he would have given Lamine Yamal the worst punch we've experienced in history. But fam, before we go ahead and talk about this game, the craziness, the goals, Kylian MBAPPE with another goal. Man, it's now a tradition. My boy has to score against Barcelona every single time he scores against Barcelona. Every time he plays against Barca, it's just a matter of, okay, how many goals is he going to score? Is it going to be 1? Is it going to be 2? Is it going to be 3? But in this game, my boy managed to get a goal and he could have easily gotten a hat-trick. But fam, before we go ahead and talk about this masterclass, this match, the greatest encounter in football history, before we talk about all the drama, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel. It's your boy Incredible James. You know, I always give you guys that juicy news, that juicy vibes when it comes to football, Real Madrid, Barcelona. And come on, Madridistas, let's get into every single detail. Now, the first thing that struck me, bro, you could see from is it the kickoff whistle? Immediately after the kickoff whistle, 3 minutes in, and Vinicius was already cooking. I mean, this guy was unstoppable in this game. I'm so disappointed with Xabi Alonso taking Vinicius off the game. I don't understand why he made that change. I mean, Vini was the most dangerous man on the ball. He was the one that led to the second goal. He was cooking every single defender. I mean, that was thrown at him. I mean, there were so many instances. Vini had like 4 Barcelona defenders coming at him, and he absolutely cooked them easily. But in the first 3 minutes, he drew a foul in the box. And come on, it was first of all called as a penalty, but then overturned after the referee reviewed or watched it again. I mean, from various angles. I mean, I was so disappointed it wasn't given. But deep down, I know that's not a pen. He was trying to shoot the ball, and Lamine Yamal sent his foot. But that was not really a foul because Vini kind of like hit Lamine's foot instead of Lamine hitting Vini's foot. So that is never a penalty. And in an intense game like this, you cannot give that as a ref, man. You're going to be like criticized your entire life. But fam, that did not stop us from going ahead. And moments later, my boy Kylian MBAPPE with a world-class hit. And if that was validated as a goal, that would be one of the greatest goals I've seen this year so far. But unfortunately for Madrid again, that was ruled as offside. Man, at this point, I was sweating. I was walking up and down, wherever. I was everywhere in the room, man. I couldn't stand the fact that at this point, despite how well organized we were, so much attacking going on, we had not scored a goal at that point. I mean, despite everything, man, we were playing so well. The passing was incredible. When it came to getting goals, we were not getting goals in the first half. But that did not stop us, yeah? After MBAPPE's goal was ruled as offside, it didn't stop us, but it motivated my boys the more. And guess what happened? MBAPPE scored the first goal of the game. Bro, when I look at this goal, I'm giving kudos to Jude Bellingham, man. We needed Jude to be in top form in this game, and he proved it in the last game we played against Juventus. My boy was on fire, and he showed us he's ready to play this El Clasico game against FC Barcelona, man. And what an incredible assist. We know MBAPPE is super fast, yeah? And when you have such a fast player, especially as a 9, as a striker, you need Midfielders that can quickly spot his runs and give him a pass way before, just take the offside trap off guard way before the defenders are closing down on him to put him on an offside position. And that is exactly what my boy Jude did with that nice turn and a beautiful pass. And you guys know my boy Ninja Turtle Kylian Mbappe number 10 would never miss from such a position. One-on-one against Chesney, and he buried it in the back of the net. Real Madrid won at this point, Barcelona 0. And we kept pressing. Bro, I am surprised at how good our defensive system was. I knew we have improved drastically when it comes to defense. Militao and Dean Huijsen at the back, Carreras, and on the right side, we know Carvajal and Trent, they are not really fit to that top position, but my boy Valverde cooked in this game. And that back line was perfect. It was nothing short of perfection. Midfield cooked. Bro, I was surprised Camavinga started and the boy cooked. Every single tackle was very intentional. He neutralized Pedri and De Jong in that midfield. But fam, we were 1-0 up, and unfortunately for Real Madrid, ARDA GULER. This is the least person I expect to see make such a very stupid, childish mistake in such a game. This mistake from ARDA GULER that led to Barca equalizing the game or scoring the goal, it came from FERMIN LOPEZ. This guy kind of has a record for scoring against Madrid, but that mistake from GULER is a mistake I expect to see from an academy football player in Iran, in Pakistan, in China, a professional football player in Egypt. Now, Egyptians kind of know football. Let me say in Philippines, of course. But I don't expect ARDA GULER to make such a mistake. He had so much time to think, and he just got dispossessed beside the box, man, in front of our goal. And unfortunately, we concede. That is not a problem. At this point, the game is back 1-1. But guess what my boys did? We kept pressing. Because we were on a mission, fans turned up in this game. Santiago Bernabeu was on fire, and we had only one job. The Madrid players had only one job, and they delivered. And guess what, boys? Before the halftime whistle, we buried the second goal of the game that came from my boy Jude Bellingham. He was the assist man of the first goal, and giving an assist in the first goal, he decided to get one for himself. And before this goal, but from Jude Bellingham, I think I have to praise Vinicius, because he's like the man behind all that attack, man. He cooked defenders on that left flank before he swung in the cross with his left foot. And an assist came from Militao, who headed the ball back in the box and found Jude Bellingham, who was ready with a tap-in. He was on a tap-in position, and of course, he's never going to miss from that position. And the only thing you're going to see is the ball in the back of the net. And at this point, I was screaming at the top of my voice, Real Madrid 2, Barcelona 1. And then, halftime. Fam, come on. We all know Barca was kind of going to switch a little bit of tactics here and there. But in the second half, minutes into the second half, Real Madrid gets a penalty, man. We get a penalty, and that is a clear penalty. I don't want to hear any Barca fan come up here telling me that is in a natural position. On it, to be fair, majority of Barca fans that have spoken about this here is a pen, yeah? At first, his hand was in a natural position, and when he saw that he has lost the duel, or, the ball would be swung in or something like that, he was raising his hand up, and he caught the ball, man. That is a pen, and I don't understand why a yellow card was not given to that guy, man. That was very intentional. But penalty awarded, and Kylian Mbappe had the chance to bury the game at this point. And unfortunately, something we don't see more often, he missed the penalty. It got stopped by Chesney. And that is okay for me, yeah? I was disappointed, but in reality, had Mbappe scored that pen, it would be 3-1 and the game would be buried. Barca is not coming back at that point in the game, because throughout the game, they didn't show any attacking danger or dangerous threat. There were no counter attacks that made me feel like, okay, this is really, really dangerous, except for a few though, but those came after in the game. No passing. LAMINE YAMAL was trash in this game. After you spoke so much online, talking about how you're going to humiliate Real Madrid, how you're going to score, and your Barca president LAPORTA coming out as well to tell us he's going to defeat Real Madrid. Bullshit, man. But guess what? Hold that. It's crazy to me, yeah? It's really crazy to me. Because, I mean, looking at Barca, President Laporta, who also came out to say they're going to defeat Real Madrid, it shows, I mean, there's no longer a, how we call a fair play or whatever they call it, respect between teams, having that mutual respect, and a lot of things not being said prior to games. I mean, look at the history of the El Clasico, man. We know these guys hate each other. We know even the legends, Casemiro, Sergio Ramos going against Messi, Pepe going against Suarez. We know how much these guys hated each other, man. But before games, you never had such conversations, yeah? Talking about how the other clubs are thieves and saying rubbish like this 18-year-old flop who could not back up his words in a game that he claimed he was going to thrive, man. I mean, look at this guy's stats. His passing was shit. He had no shot on target, no goal, no assist. He got dispossessed more than 20 times. His crosses, he made no good cross, man. I think he only had one pass at the last, almost at the ending of the game, that he made a pass to Kunde and he just missed the chance, man. But it is crazy, really crazy to me, man. It's crazy. But fam, despite that, MBAPPE missed the penalty and it kind of like gave Barca some energy. But looking at how they played, man, our defensive system was top notch. We played massively well defensively. My boys were on a mission. And like I said before this, and like I said in the first game of the season, this is the treble winning season. And what do I mean by that? La Liga, Copa del Rey and the Champions League are coming back to Real Madrid. All of that glory, we're claiming it this season. This is not last season, man. Xabi Alonso is no Carlo Ancelotti. And I keep saying this, and you guys, especially Barca fans, that seem to be the dumbest people on the planet, man. Like, if you pick someone out, and it turns out that guy you picked does not have a brain, there is a 99.9% chance that guy is a Barca fan. These guys have absolutely water in their heads, man. Because you can't tell me LAMINE YAMAL coming against... Bro, do you know why we signed CARELESS from Benfica? This guy pocketed LAMINE YAMAL before while he was in Portugal. And there's an absolute reason we got this guy in Real Madrid for such instances. Why do you think we signed Dean Huijsen from Bournemouth? It is to improve that stupid defense we had last season that led us to lose 4 times against Barca in a row. That is absolutely unacceptable. Militao was on fire. We signed right backs, Cavall and Trent Alexander-Arnold. He wasn't in shape, but my boy Valverde delivered, man. And this is what I wanted to see from the boys. The highest disrespect of humiliation. I mean, these guys had their heads so big, they couldn't believe the embarrassment, man. And like I said earlier, this 2-1 does not reflect this game. We could have scored so many goals. But fam, the second half was still kicking in. And like I said, we had a couple of chances. Vini with an absolute chance, but he was trying to give a curl on the ball. But unfortunately, he went straight and went off target. MBAPPE had a very, very good chance. He struck it with his left foot, but it went off target as well. And Rodrigo, coming off the bench, had a very good chance. And he just shot it straight at the keeper. I expected that ball to be shot maybe at the far post because it was empty, right? It was absolutely empty. But fam, I have a lot of things to complain, but they are not up to a lot of things I have to celebrate, man. This is one of the best Sundays ever. Because now we are back in winning ways. We have proven that we can turn up this season. And look at the table, man. 5 points clear of Barcelona. It is lonely at the top, man. We are first on that Premier League table, and Barca fans can hold that. You guys can cry your hearts out. You guys can feel the pains straight to your bones, to your veins, to your blood, whatever, man. I don't care if you have a headache from now till infinity. But you guys ate your words, telling me how LAMINE YAMAL, the 18-year-old, is going to cook Carreras, is going to cook Dean Huijsen, is going to score 2 goals in this game. Pedri, the master, whatever you guys say, you guys praise Pedri. But against Real Madrid, my boy, this is a new Real Madrid, my boy. I mean, I heard one of my friends telling me, he's a Barca fan, telling me we're going to see the best of Pedri in this game. Bro, guess what the best of Pedri is? He was pulling Vinicius Junior's shirt in the field, man. What are you doing, Pedri? If you want the brother's shirt, simply go to him and kindly ask for his shirt. You be like, okay, Vinny, I'm such a huge fan of yours. I mean, I love you so much, my bro. But please, can I get your shirt? And I would really love if you sign on it. Please. Why kneeling down, man? Because he's your father. Rather than childishly pulling his shirt, I mean, why he's on an attack, and that was so embarrassing to see from Pedri, and that got him his first yellow card of the game. And towards the last minutes of the game, he got another yellow card, and he was sent off. Big red card for Barcelona after that big red card for Hansi Flick in their last game. And boys, is this the midfield maestro you're talking about? Is this the best midfielder you guys keep pressing every time? Because if you ask me, yeah, watching this game, I saw who the best midfielder is. And he scored a goal and gave an assist. And that was Jude Bellingham. Take a look at my background, man. Look at that jersey. Look at it very well. Look at that name and look at that number and remember it all the days of your life. Jude Bellingham. That is who I saw in this game as the best midfielder in the world. Don't talk to me about Pedri. You think you're going to play Celta Vigo or Girona and that you can kind of like boast whatever turns you make? Bro, Militao made a couple of turns here. And these turns are what Barca fans appreciate from Pedri, claiming he's the best midfielder in the world. We do these things and we don't even boast about them. But because Barca can win maybe a single team in La Liga, a very weak team, with a couple of flares or a couple of whatever they do, and it just goes off crazy online, yeah? Crazy online, like the glazing is crazy. And that is what separates a small team from a big team. You see a small team celebrating the most childish of things in football. But fam, like you see, we were not the ones coming out before the game talking about disrespecting our opponents, saying they're thieves, saying that we're going to cook them, saying we're going to humiliate them at their stadium. We're not the ones that were doing that. We don't talk, man. We do. And what is the essence of you talking when you cannot back up that talk? Like this punk, this bum, this flop, Lamine Yamal of a kid, man. Bro, this is just the beginning, yeah? This was just a warning shot. This is not even a victory. Because the next El Clasico game and the one after that, bro, you guys are not ready, yeah? You guys are not even ready. You guys are absolutely not ready. And mind you, that a couple of people that played this game in Madrid were not even in top form. Camavinga just came back from injury. Dean Huijsen just came back from injury. Valverde was playing, not even at the top of his game. He got substituted and replaced by Carvajal, who is just coming back from injury. Like, what are we doing, fam? What exactly are we doing? We're not even at the best yet. And we were cooking. The pressing on and off the ball was unexplainable. It was unimaginable. It was lovely to see. Bro, I'm so excited. I'm so happy. And the La Liga table is looking like what I want to see from today, tomorrow, forever, till the last day, man, that we're going to lift that trophy. But for now, fam, before I leave you guys, Barca fans can cry. They can hold that and they can sleep with tears, sucking up their pillows, man. I don't care if you can cry blood, but just shed the tears. Because your so-called best player was dunked on by Alvaro Carreras, who pocketed this fool for the whole game. I mean, he basically took on the role of Nuno Mendes, who cooked Lamine Yamal in the Nations League final, cooked Lamine Yamal in the Champions League, and gave the keys to the Beamer. He gave the keys to the Rolls Royce to Carreras, who drove that vehicle exactly like he wanted. Lamine Yamal was not playing like he wanted. Carreras made him play like Carreras wanted. And that is one of the best attributes I always admire in left backs. I mean, we saw it with Marcelo, Nuno Mendes. I mean, Balde. I think Balde's game is kind of like offensive, but defensively, he's not like the best. But these people have just called, yeah. This is one of the things I really admire from them. Fam, altogether, it was a humiliation, man. The scoreboard does not signify it, but we know. Real Madrid fans know, Barcelona fans know that it was a humiliation, a disgrace, torturing, an ass whooping, belt to ass dominance. And fam, we're back on the top of the La Liga table, first position on the La Liga table, cooking in the Champions League, cooking in the La Liga. We're waiting for our Copa del Rey encounters to back in those key 3 trophies, La Liga, Copa del Rey, and the Champions League. Like I told you guys before the season, and I mean in the first game of the season, and so far in the season, like right now during the season, I'm still telling you guys, and I'm gonna keep saying it at the end of the season. Hala Madrid, fam. And guys, comment your thoughts below. Let me know what you thought in the comment section below. What do you think about this bumps or this bumps attitude, Lamine Yamal, and how important is it for him to always speak shit like what he did before this game and then come in the game and he just got dunked on by the defenders? I mean, dunked on in every aspect of the game. He was nowhere to be seen. And Barcelona, what do you think about their performance? What do you think the manager got wrong? And Xabi Alonso, what do you think he got wrong? And something I might have failed to point out was Vinicius Junior getting subbed off. Like I think I said that, but that absolutely got me so mad. That was the highest thing that annoyed me in this game, because I didn't see why he got Vini out for Rodrigo. Vini was cooking. He was the most threatening player in that Madrid side, and getting him off didn't make sense to me, especially when there was so much time that we could actually get a third goal. If Vini was still in that game, I mean, till the end of the game, we would have, gotten a third goal. I'm very, very confident about that, man. But come on, fam, like the video, subscribe to the channel, comment, like I said. And oh my days, what a season this is becoming, man. What a season this is becoming, and I'm loving it, fam. But until next time, stay blessed, stay prayerful, stay grateful. Stay to the channel. And Hala Madrid, fam. Hala Madrid, Hala Madrid. See you guys in the next one.